Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Good evening. An 84-year-old woman was left lying in the cold for more than an hour this past weekend. Her husband says he called 911, but no ambulance showed up until they were called by neighbors who came out to help. CTV's Connor Hogg has more.
I was a shock. I can still see that scene.
John Campbell is still shaken from Saturday. He and his wife Margaret were cleaning the house. Campbell walked into the kitchen. Margaret was nowhere to be seen until he looked outside.
She was taking the garbage out. She stepped out, as I understand it, I didn't see it, onto the back step and fell. It was very, very slippery.
Margaret was still conscious, but she couldn't move without pain. Campbell called 911. Nobody came. He called again and was told an ambulance would come soon. He got help from neighbors who called 911 again. Everyone covered Margaret with blankets and jackets to keep her warm.
Watch her just getting colder and colder on the ground. She kept saying, I'm cold, I'm so cold. It was upsetting.
One paramedic arrived. He radioed for the ambulance Campbell had called for about an hour before. 10 minutes later, one arrived and brought Margaret to the hospital with a broken hip.
We have paramedics reporting out over 30,000 overtime hours per month, which means those are shifts that are not being filled otherwise.
Mike Parker is the head of the union representing paramedics in the province. He says the Campbell's case is an example of a system in crisis without enough staff.
Our dispatchers are trying to find ghosts. They have no one to send to these emergencies.
Emergency Health Services Alberta says that once they were informed that Margaret was stuck outside, the call was upgraded to priority. It recognizes she still waited a long time and that system-wide acute care pressures affect EHS response times. It describes its staff levels as strong. John visits Margaret every day. He says she's recovering well from surgery.
She thanked me yesterday, particularly, that it did help her quite a lot.
And is now heading to a rehabilitation facility. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
There's been another delay in the start of a trial for a man accused in a deadly hit and run. Peter Ashby is facing several serious charges, including dangerous driving causing death. It's alleged he was on the run from police in a U-Haul when he struck and killed 45-year-old Cassandra Gartner. She stepped out of her vehicle to inspect tire damage after she drove over a spike belt intended for the U-Haul. The trial was slated to start Monday. Ashby's lawyer was denied a request to adjourn the trial to a future date because of a lack of evidence disclosure from the Crown prosecutors. One of the Crown lawyers was removed from the case yesterday after concerns were raised about their conduct. Today, the court heard Ashby's lawyer would not be able to attend because of an illness. The trial is now expected to start Monday. Two people are facing charges after two carjackings in West Edmonton last month. Police say two men pulled a gun on a man in front of his home, demanding the keys to his car. The men ditched the car shortly after because of the icy roads. Police were called later that evening about a second attempted carjacking in the same area. Police say this time two people tried to take a woman's vehicle after crashing into hers. After a scuffle with the woman, they ran off. Police have since arrested and charged two 18-year-old men. They're still looking for a third man. They're hoping these images will help identify him. As canvassers begin to collect signatures on a petition related to Alberta independence, one economist says there's no compelling argument to support the province separating from the rest of the country.
If you can find me micro scenarios where this might work out, I will give you a macro load of ways in which it will go terribly badly for the province.
Moshe Lander with Concordia University says any economic benefit would be drastically overshadowed by the infrastructure costs of setting up a new country. He adds negotiating projects like a West Coast pipeline would become far more difficult. He says it's hard to imagine how any sector could benefit from separation.
We just came out of 2025, which was nothing but insecurity and instability triggered by the White House. We're now going to do it to ourselves and expect that people are going to want to hang around. So beyond just businesses leaving, individuals will leave too. And so that's going to erode the tax base from all sides and increase the cost for anybody that's left behind trying to run the province.
Lander also says now that the United States has control of Venezuela's oil industry, Alberta would have even less leverage in trade negotiations. Residential snow clearing begins Monday. The organizer of the Deep Freeze Festival says the Alberta Avenue area should be cleared first. Thousands of people are expected to drive to the festival next weekend, and organizers say they need simple and safe places for people to park and walk. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
Grooves in the snow jostle an SUV as it drives towards Alberta Avenue. The city plans to clear this area and every other neighborhood sometime during the next 2 weeks.
We're really pleading and hoping that we will get bumped up to the top of that residential clearing list because we really need it and we want to make it as enjoyable and safe for everyone.
Christy Morin runs the Byzantine Deep Freeze Festival, which goes January 17th and 18th. She thinks smooth roads surrounding the site would give guests the confidence to attend.
They're calling asking, what's it going to look like? What are the conditions going to look like? Can I come? Is there a place for us to be able to park?
Graders are proactively plowing the festival's horse and carriage route. Small street parking areas just off 118 Ave are also being cleared. Plus, Alberta Avenue is a business district that already gets priority snow clearing, but that does not extend to neighborhood streets.
So this is just sort of the additional ask. Beyond those areas, festival organizers want to know if the surrounding community can also be taken care of.
The city says the solution isn't as simple as sending plows to the area. In a statement to CTV, a spokesperson explains weather, temperatures, current rutting, road width, and impact of windrows in the surrounding neighborhoods are all significant factors in how we plan the snow clearing operations that will most effectively support this festival. In fact, there's no money in the snow clearing budget to remove windrows from any neighborhood this winter. Morin expects 40,000 to 50,000 people will come to Deep Freeze next weekend.
I think our patrons are really expecting that it'll be all cleared and ready to roll.
The city is working on a snow clearing plan with the festival, but so far, no commitment to clear neighborhood streets early. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Snow isn't the only thing that's been piling up in parts of Edmonton. This city garbage truck struggled to get up a back alley near 105th Street and 98th Avenue. It had to back up and take a run at the hill several times to reach the garbage bins. The people who live here say before this, the bins were overflowing with trash. The city says multiple attempts were made to access them, but it was unsafe for waste collection staff to do so. Today, crews were successful in applying extra sand to help with traction.
And that's great. So now let's focus on the snow removal when we need it done, maybe not 4 weeks later.
The city says if garbage bins are overflowing at a building, residents should notify their property manager, who can contact 311. Alberta's education minister is embarking on a deeply personal challenge with a lofty goal. Dimitrios Nicolaides' sister, Melanie, was murdered by her estranged husband 2 years ago. Now, Nicolaides is about to climb Africa's tallest peak to raise money to help people facing domestic violence. CTV's Sean Fournette reports.
Dimitrios and Melanie Nicolaides were about a year apart in age. Growing up in Calgary, they were close. In adulthood, they shared a special moment when Dimitrios and his wife were expecting.
I told her, can you keep a secret? Because we hadn't announced it. And then she replied back with her own scan saying, can you keep a secret? And her daughter was born 4 days before ours.
But Melanie's story took a tragic turn. She was stabbed to death by her estranged husband, Kerry Gerling, outside a school. Gerling then took his own life. He was repeatedly released from court on past charges against her, including sexual assault, and had a no-contact order.
I was the emergency contact for the kids. You don't expect a phone call like that. You don't expect, anything like that happening.
Now, Nicolaides will lead a group up Mount Kilimanjaro to raise funds for Fear Is Not Love. They've been on practice hikes in Alberta and Colorado.
A lot of it was born from a friend who wanted to take me on a hike after my sister had passed, because he said, he found it very therapeutic for himself.
Melanie's Ascent has already raised $250,000 to buy home and personal security devices, from doorbell cams to GPS tracking jewelry, for those facing domestic violence.
and it's not going to prevent everything, but it is one more thing that we can actually be using to help create a more solid safety plan for people and help give them back their lives.
After the hike, Nicolaides says he'll leverage his position in government to create more change.
I could, probably go on about bail reform and all of those kinds of things, but today I'm really focused on honoring her legacy.
Sean Frenette, CTV News, Calgary.
Stars Air Ambulance is launching its largest fundraiser of the year. This year's Stars Lottery campaign is called We All Win. For the first time, every ticket bought is automatically entered into a draw to win instant prizes. There are 3 show homes, one located in Edmonton, another in Calgary, and the third is in Lethbridge. Stars hopes to raise more than $11 million. The organization says this generates enough revenue to support one of its bases for the entire year. It provided more than 1,500 flights last year.
We're not interested in running like just an average operation here at Stars. We want to be cutting edge. We want to provide patients with absolutely the best chance they have at survival, whether they're critically ill or injured. That takes a lot of effort, a lot of education.
Tickets are available right now. The deadline to enter is March 20th, and the draw is March 31st. Canada's Olympic women's hockey team was revealed today, with one Albertan included on the roster.
Alberta.
Today's event featured a video of young players announcing the roster. That includes Bruderheim's Emmerance Mashmeyer. She joins 22 other women who will represent Canada at the Olympics in Italy next month. 7 of the players are Olympic rookies. 16 were on the squad that won gold at the 2022 Winter Games in Beijing. The Canadian women's hockey team has won 4 straight Olympic gold medals. Dozens of young skiers are fulfilling a need for speed this weekend at Sunridge Ski Resort in North Edmonton. CTV's Merrick Takash has more on an annual competition featuring athletes from across the province.
This is a little different from traditional alpine skiing.
I like racing against people because it's better than just racing by yourself, because you have people bumping into you and it's better. More competition, I would say.
The Sunridge Alpine Ski Team is hosting its annual ski cross race at Sunridge Ski Resort. In ski cross, 4 athletes compete against each other at the same time.
It's definitely different for them because now they have, another athlete right beside them, basically, barreling down the track at just, trying to go as fast as possible.
Sherwood Park's Peyton Andrews is one of 90 skiers slated to hit the slopes this weekend. This is her 5th year competing in the race. In 2024, she won the competition within her age group.
I enjoy doing this because the community is great here. Everyone is supporting each other, and the course is really fun to go down and compete against others.
Another Edmonton area skier also has high praise for the community.
The people around you, everyone's super nice, everyone's really supportive. It's a really good team environment, especially for an individual sport. And also just the competitive nature of it is just there's just something about it that I haven't experienced in other sports that I've played.
Competition heats take place on Saturday throughout the day, with finals taking place on Sunday.
There is really good competition here today, and this weekend I think it's going to be a tough match, but I think I'll be up there.
The event is open to spectators and free of charge. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
Oilers captain Connor McDavid tied one of his personal records by picking up a point against the Winnipeg Jets last night, and he could beat that record tomorrow.
Slashed it free for Nugent Hopkins. Denied initially by Connor, then threaded it through to Bouchard. Tricycle cross. McDavid scores!
The board late in the second period, meaning he scored at least 1 point in his last 17 games. He also picked up an assist on Evan Bouchard's game-winning goal. McDavid has 40 points in his last 17 games and is 1 point shy of Nathan MacKinnon as the league's leading scorer. This is the 3rd time in McDavid's career he's collected points in 17 straight games. He could break his own records tomorrow night against the LA Kings at Rogers Place. Coming up next on CTV News, Costco's top dog, a man in Alberta's literal Costco run, running on foot for a foot long.
My fuel for the day was the hot dogs, and I ran through breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I needed them.
Good evening. We saw a high of -4 degrees in Edmonton today with cloudy skies, but a warm up for the weekend and a lot of sunshine in the Long Range. Those details coming up.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
In Calgary, an independent water report highlighted at least 2 decades of deferred maintenance and weak risk management within the city's system. Former Mayor Naheed Nenshi says he was never informed the Bearspawn feeder main was at high risk in 2017. While the report does not lay blame on any individual, Alberta's UCP government is blaming Nenshi. It claims he lowered water safety standards in 2011, ignored expert warnings in 2015, and delayed safety checks in 2017 and 2020. Current mayor and former councillor Jeremy Farkas says he was aware of aging infrastructure and that he made efforts in 2019 to address it through motions that were then overshadowed by the COVID pandemic. The current council has now voted in favor of a motion to defer the independent report's recommendations until next month.
Ultimately, council needs to have all the information to be able to make a value-based decision, and we're lacking that. From my perspective, the only time that I was made aware of how vulnerable this line was is just recently. In fact, the high priority action report that was provided to administration in October of last year, we never saw that.
The report's authors say action is needed now, and key recommendations like an independent water utility oversight board are essential to informing long-term decisions and preventing this from happening again. New Statistics Canada data shows Alberta lost 14,000 jobs in December. Alberta's unemployment rate is now at 6.8%. That's on par with the national unemployment rate. Across the country, job numbers didn't change much, but more people are searching for work. There were 1.6 million people unemployed across Canada in December. That's an increase of more than 70,000. A Canadian recruitment agency has released a list of the top 15 most in-demand jobs for this year. According to the agency, the top 5 jobs companies will be looking to fill are sales associates, administrative assistants, customer service representatives, accounting technicians, and receptionists. Nurses, pharmacy technicians, and dental assistants are also in the top 15, as well as forklift operators. PV Mart's Red Deer location is set to reopen this spring. The Gates Avenue location will reopen in April after undergoing renovations. It will be the 5th PV Mart location to return to the province since the retailer entered new ownership. The company reopened stores in Lacombe, Camrose, Spruce Grove, and West Loch back in December. 2 stores are planned to reopen in Saskatchewan in early March. The retailer currently has no plans or timelines in place to bring back any other locations. A man in Alberta is relishing in his exercise and eating habits. He completed what he's dubbed the Costco Ultra Marathon. CTV's Tim Brooke explains what that is.
This is Sean Walker, and this is his Instagram page. One video in particular might catch your attention.
Can I run the Costco Ultra Marathon?
Yes, the Costco Ultra Marathon. It's a grueling run between the city's 4 mega stores with stops along the way for some extremely healthy nutrition.
My fuel for the day was the hot dogs, and I ran through breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I needed them.
Walker only slowed to scarf down Costco's internet-famous dogs.
What can go wrong with $1.50, you know?
Starting in the Southwest, Walker stopped at stores in Deerfoot Meadows, Sunridge, and eventually Beacon Hill. He says it was actually the food that kept his feet moving.
Whenever I got to eat a hot dog, it means I got to take a break and relax for a bit.
In total, he covered almost 52 kilometers in just over 7.5 hours, which has to be some sort of record. On Instagram and TikTok, the stunt has racked up a combined 310,000 views as of Friday. But as fun as going viral is, Walker insists the real intent intention behind the run was to grab attention for the Calgary Food Bank.
Just encouraging people that can to donate, and like when you come to Costco, just grab a couple extra things and drop it off.
The charity appreciates the creativity, especially now as it helps more than 900 families every single day.
The first thing I thought was, now I want a hot dog. I just love when folks find ways to use their talents and their hobbies and their passions to combine that with giving back to community, and that's just clearly what he did here.
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
When we return, a second-story skate. A man gives new meaning to the term old barn.
Great for the kids. They're able to come and skate at Nana and Papa's anytime they want.
Monday in your morning, how to start 2026 with better eating and better body image. Plus, we talked to the host with the most roast ahead of Roast Battle Canada Season 5.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by the Billy Joel Songbook with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
Good evening. Looking great as we head into the weekend today. Not too bad either. Cloudy skies. We do have a couple centimeters of snow expected around the Grand Prairie region as we head through the evening hours. A couple centimeters, but it does clear up quite nicely as we head into tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, we'll start off the day at -4 for Slave Lake, -2 for Red Deer, -11 for Fort McMurray. A warmer for the southern regions. Calgary at 3 degrees. Lethbridge, 2 degrees to start off the day. As we look into tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies to start off the day tomorrow, but then it does clear up quite nicely late tomorrow evening. Heading into Sunday, clears up even more under a mix of sun and cloud. Chance of seeing some light snow along the foothills as we head through tomorrow afternoon. So things will warm up quite nicely starting tomorrow. Here's a look at that ridge of high pressure. It's going to continue with warm temperatures from south of the border, and we're going to see temperatures pretty much close to the record-breaking mark as we head into Monday. So for the next 24 hours, we'll stay around the -4 degree mark around 9, -3 midnight, and then warming up to -1 at 8 in the morning. Noon, we'll see some sunny breaks at 3 degrees. 4 degrees is a high with mostly cloudy skies. A light breeze at southeast, 13 kilometers an hour. 6 o'clock will stay mostly cloudy. 2 degrees, dropping down to 1 as we head into 9. For high level tomorrow, you'll see mostly cloudy skies. -6, 3 degrees for Slave Lake. Whitecourt, 5 degrees. You'll see 2 degrees in Fort McMurray, and for the southern half of the province, Jasper, 1 with sunny breaks in there. Calgary, 7 degrees. Lethbridge, mostly sunny skies, not showing up, but you'll see a high of 8 degrees with Medicine Hat seeing 6 degrees. For Edmonton, mostly cloudy skies, 4. 5 degrees under a mix of sun and cloud for Sunday. Monday, warming up to 7 degrees. A few clouds for Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures between 4 and 6. And then heading into Thursday, mostly sunny skies, 2 degrees, and then the cool down starts. -2 for Friday, -3 for Saturday. Sunday, we'll see a mix of sun and cloud, -6. And then on Monday, dropping to -10 with a chance of a flurry or two. And we will see that in the morning before it clears out of the way. Back to you.
Building a backyard rink is a Canadian tradition for many people. A man in Ontario is taking it to new heights. CTV's Peter Sperling shows us how.
It's not your typical homemade ice rink. John Ryan built this in the second-story loft of his Perth, Ontario barn.
If you know me, I'm a pack rat, and the first floor is full. There's no room.
That's right. Ground floor is for storage. Upstairs, for fun.
It's fun and it's helpful.
Keep the stick tight against your skate.
Originally built for his children years ago. Now his grandchildren get to enjoy skating close to home.
Like, mostly every day. Like when I come home from school. Because when I'm bored, I can just come here.
Do you have fun here?
It's great for the kids. They're able to come and skate at Nana and Papa's anytime they want. It helps them practice their skills for hockey.
He says the structure is sturdy, designed to hold the weight of bales of hay. He tried the traditional outdoor rink first, but that wasn't his thing.
Laziness. I'm tired of packing the snow down and watering stuff like this. This, once you've got it in, my son and I think 4 hours, we had it ready to go. Throw the hose in it and walk away.
Of course, he added boards, lights.
Taylor, are you ready for some more hockey?
And a staircase to make getting up and down easier. Ryan's been doing this for 16 years now, and even though it is indoors, it's still very weather dependent.
You take the pucks and the nets off and let it puddle up. Once she gets hard, she's good to go again.
With hopefully many seasons to look forward to.
Well, my grandkids now live behind me, and my son has got a baby on the way, so we'll be doing it till we can't do it anymore.
Peter Spurman, CTV News, Perth.
And that's our show for this Friday evening. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. Have a great night and a great weekend.